député de Thornhill.
Remember the middle class and those working hard to join it. Remember, we'll take on more debt so Canadians don't have to. Remember, the budget will be balanced in 6 years. Those were the promises, and after 8 years, there's no talk of the middle class anymore because they're underwater from Liberal NDP spending sprees, and now the budget will be balanced in the year never. So has the Finance Minister completely lost control of the books, or is there a new promise this week about when she will actually stop the inflationary spending so that Canadians don't lose their houses?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, I am always happy to work for the middle class. We are always happy as a government to continue supporting the middle class. The Conservatives on 2 occasions voted against a tax break for the middle class. And now they pretend to care about the middle class. Mr. Speaker, I'm confused. You see, we have legislation on the floor of this House that is going to stabilize grocery prices and that is going to help build more homes from coast to coast to coast in this country. I know many Conservatives are voting in favor of that bill. They've said so publicly. What about the leader of the Conservative Party? Will he vote for this bill?
L'honorable député de Thornhill.
Speaker, it's not working. It's been 8 years, and the only thing that Canadians know after 8 years is that the Liberals are not worth the cost. Canadians are struggling, and the Liberals are continuing their ballooning deficits that drive up inflation. Even the Liberals are saying that deficits increase interest rates. So will the Finance Minister finally confirm for Canadians that she will balance the budget in a specific year so that interest rates can come down and that Canadians can keep their homes?
L'honorable secrétaire parlementaire.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Much, Mr. Speaker, and I would remind my colleague opposite that Canada continues to have the lowest deficit among all G7 countries. I'd also advise her, in case she missed the news this morning, that Statistics Canada has announced that inflation has actually come down in Canada. And, Mr. Speaker, that is because our plan is working. But we know that Canadians still need support, which is why, before this House, at this very moment, we have legislation that will help to reduce grocery store prices for Canadians. Mr. Speaker, why is it that the Conservatives are playing partisan games with the interests of Canadians and of the middle class?